We want to next take a look at step 12, which is having had a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps to practice these principles on our affairs, and then this is the message we carry to the other alcoholics who still suffer. And it said we try to help other alcoholics and to practice these principles in everything we do. And I was thinking about by the time you get to step 12, the vision that was in step 2 will be in your reality, because that's just the way it is. It doesn't say maybe, it says having had one. That's odds when somebody says having had one, it's pretty good if you look at the odds. So it's more than 50-50, right? That would say maybe you have one. But it talks about the odds, pretty high, that if you do that work, then you have that experience. And I think sometimes when we take a look at that, practicing these principles, what comes back from that, what you get from that. And I was thinking, I guess every once in a while, you go through the cycle and you come back and you examine your life again. Everybody does that, like a tree. It will bud in the spring, then it grows in the summer, then it has a harvest in the winter and the fall. Then in the wintertime, all the leaves blow away. And we'll find that sobriety is that way. It goes in a 4-year cycle. You see a lot of people will slip years 4 to 5, then if they stay sober, another time is 7 to 8, and later on years 11 to 12. It's called a winter season of sobriety, like a tree. A tree loses its leaves, so all of a sudden that tree doesn't know why it is, who it is, and where it's going. So it seems to be crazy, but it's really not. So I just say, when you come to the 4th year of recovery, lighten up a little bit, because it's supposed to happen. We're supposed to, on a regular basis, re-examine, get new vision. That's why we have vision quests and those things. But as I've gone through sobriety, at different times I have reflected on purpose and why am I doing what I'm doing. And it sort of makes us address this question of the meaning to life. It's always like we're supposed to be chasing something, Put it in a vision, then we chase that vision, and then, well, that ain't it. And so when I was thinking about that, I remember, it's like there's supposed to be a there. It's like I remember when I was in 7th grade, I said, geez, if I could just get to the 8th grade, be with the big kids, then I'd be there. But I got to 8th grade, and I said, geez, if I could just get to high school, be a freshman, then I would be there. But then you get to be a freshman, and I ain't got no license, dating ain't that hot. I said, geez, if I could just get to be 16, and go to the sophomore prom, then that would be it. But then you get there and you say, geez, if I could just graduate from high school, a senior, that's what I want to be, then I would be there. Then you get to that and you say, geez, if I just get to university, that would be good. So you get to university and you find out it's like you started all over. Well, if I could just graduate, then I would be there. But then you say, you graduate, if I could just get this job, then I would be there. And you get the job, well, if I just get this promotion. See, then if I could just get the house, if I could just get the car, if I could just get the, and I was thinking, when I was 20, I said, well, geez, maybe it'll happen when I'm 30. Well, not the 30s, because when I got to the 30s, I said, well, maybe the 40s. Then you get through it. Well, I got there. Well, I can tell you it's not the 50s, because I'm there and I'm still looking, see. It's always like we're chasing this carrot. And so I think over the time, as I get reflective, I say, what the hell is it I'm chasing, really? And right now, what I think I'm chasing is just a feeling. All that time, I found out there's a feeling. And it's to do with giving and to do with receiving, like the 12th step. It's to do with giving, it's to do with receiving. I don't know if you ever noticed this, but have you ever had somebody give you a gift, maybe your birthday or something, one of your kids or something, they'll make this ugly ashtray or they make this thing ain't nothing. You can't even guess what it is. But you ever notice they give you this gift, and when you're opening it, Remember, it's a seen and unseen. So you open up the seen, you see the gift, but all of a sudden, with that gift, there's something from the unseen, and there's a feeling. That when somebody gives you the gift, when you receive that gift, then there's a feeling with it. Geez, it makes you smile, and you hug them, and you do all this stuff, and that feels really good. So it seems you're able to get that feeling whenever you receive a gift. So it seems to do with giving. When somebody gives and you get that feeling. Well, how often do you receive a gift? Well, Father's Day, Christmas. So there's certain days, it seems, set aside that you get that gift. But when you get that gift, then you get that feeling with it. But one thing about that, if you ever notice this, if you think about it, that feeling of that gift that you receive is the same feeling you get if you have a gift that you give. It's the same feeling. So every time you give a gift to someone, there's a feeling with that gift. And you give it to them, and you see them smile. And when they smile, you're right there with it, see? Because in an interconnected system, it's always connected. So you cannot give a gift that has that feeling with it without having the same feeling, even when you receive the gift. Now, you can't control how many times do you receive the gift. You can't control that. You wait to get that feeling, see? Well, let me wait till Father's Day, then I'll get the gift and I'll get that feeling, or birthday or Christmas, whenever. But you know, you can control every time you give the gift. So to get the feeling, if you give the gift, then you get the feeling. So you can give anytime you want. So it seems that if it's that feeling that we're chasing, then the more you give, the better you feel. And that doesn't mean material things. It's a stop, tell somebody you love them, let somebody see their face down, let them know you care. It don't have to cost, millions of dollars. It's just something. And that's what I think that we're chasing, is a feeling. And I think that's what the 12th step is about. That when we see another person who's drinking in trouble, don't forget where you came from. Don't ever give up on a slipper. Some people, they say, well, give up on a slipper. Me and Dick, we slip a lot, but now we're not. But somebody in there kept reaching that hand out. Reach the hand out again. You'd raise your hand, go in that meeting. You see somebody in there, come shake your hand. Man, I'm glad you made it back here. And you wouldn't say nothing to them, but by God, when you left there, that caring, see, it was a handshake. And their spirit and intent, because they know what that's like. So I think that's what that little saying is. It says it's better to give than to receive. Because every time we give that gift, then we feel good. And we can give as much as we want, and the more we give, you see, the better we feel. And I think that's what it means, having had a spiritual awakening as the result of the steps. And that's the gift that we give away. That when people see how you walk your life, what makes the most noise is how you walk your life, not what you say anyway. You just watch people, especially Indian people, they watch. Don't talk a real lot, but they watch. And their spirit and intent, they can read that pretty good. And I think that's a message that we carry in the 12th step. As somebody goes through the 12th step, you just watch them. They change a lot, as they go through that. And so that is kind of a journey through these 12 steps and what we wanted to get on the video. The 12th step is the journey of service. I remember one time I asked this elder, early in my sobriety, I was trying to figure out God's will. Is this God's will? If I do this, is this God's will? Or am I supposed to do this? Is this God's will? And how you just get all mixed up. Do I go to the left or right? And you got 8 paths, and you don't know which one to go. And I asked this elder, I said, how is it you find God's will? How do you know for sure? Or how do you get that going? And one of the things he said to me, he said, if you want to know about God's will, it's hidden in the seed of service to others. Like you can't figure it out, just go start helping somebody. Go start helping. That you go help the people. And as you start to do that, what comes out of that action is what the Creator wants you to do. See, I believe that every person, as we know, every tree is here for a reason. Every bird for a reason. Every animal. Sometimes we don't like something, we call it a pest. See, I don't like those pesky bugs. Or we call it a weed. That's how we label things. But if you think about it, everything is here for a purpose. Everything is here for a reason. Every bug, every plant, has a medicine. And everything that is here, whether it's two-legged, four-legged, plant, whatever, it has a purpose and it has a will. That's what the Creator put it here for. That's why when we pick the medicine, we don't just go pick it, we ask it, is it ready? Because that plant has a will. Maybe it's not developed. Maybe all the medicine isn't there. And it'll send you that signal, that feeling, don't pick me yet. Go on, there's another one's ready. Then that one, when it's ready, it knows. I'm ready now. Pick me. So I think every plant is here, every animal, but I think every human being also is here for a reason. No one is not here for a reason. And in that regard, I think that everyone has a purpose. I think everybody has a gift, and that gift is something God gives to you that no other human being in the world can do as good as you can do it. There's nobody does not have that. Some maybe they sing. Well, you watch the ones who have been given that gift to sing. When they sing, they just don't sing a song, they are the song. You just watch them. Boy, it just comes right out. Some is to be an artist. Some is to speak. Some to help. Some to do this. But everyone has a purpose. There's nobody who's put here that's not here on purpose, for a purpose. That you have something to do that no one in the world can do it like you. Nowhere can they do that. It is said in the teachings of the warrior, one of the teachings, it says that every warrior has a song written in her heart. That song must be sung before you die or your soul forever remains restless. You know, you have to sing it. If you don't, your heart will be restless. Something you're supposed to come here and do. And this elder said one time, she said, well, to find this road, she says, it's like walking in a big forest at nighttime, and there is a road through that forest. She says, and when you're on the road, things seem to go pretty smooth, if that's your song. But if you divert from that road, you start bumping into trees, tripping over rocks, see. Your life will just be messed up. She said, don't stay in there. Turn a different way. Try to find that. And when you find it, all of a sudden there's no trees. It's not as bumpy. And she said, then after a while you get a feel for that. And that sometimes when we are in life and we bump, we think life is bad. It means you got to turn to a different direction. That there is a path that everybody has to have. Everybody's got a song to sing. I believe for myself, I couldn't believe, if I was a creator, I wonder, why did you send me down that road I went? Through marriages, alcoholism, drugs, all that stuff I went through. And the elder said, that's the Creator was preparing you. You had to go through life school. Otherwise you'd never be good at what you're doing. And it would. I wouldn't be good working in Indian communities if I didn't go through all that. I damn near died though. You know, suicide and all that stuff. But turns out it ain't that way no more. And I couldn't do it unless I went down that road I did. Somehow, to find my purpose to sing the song, I had to go through that. Now I'm ready to sing it and to do that. And when you find it, it's not even work. See, this isn't work. People say, oh, you're getting tired, you're getting burned out, you're getting this. No. Sitting in a circle of Indian people, I get energized. The opposite happens. See, all your thoughts, all your energy like this, I feel better. stronger because you're my people. I have to give back to you. I was a taker like that cycle of life. Take, 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 take. Now it's time to give. And what happens when you give? You receive. You know, it's like, that's the way it is, giving and receiving. And I think that's what the 12th step is about. It's us finding our purpose, and don't look back on the past. That there comes a time when you look forward. Find out what it is. Pray. The Creator will tell you what that is. It doesn't matter what all that journey is. Maybe He's getting you ready to go back and really help our people. Because our communities need our Indian men. We have to come back, straighten things out, see, so our children can watch us. We don't have to tell them nothing. We are always telling them something just so that they can watch us. So there's nothing greater to have a child say, I want to be like you when I grow up. I was almost 12 years sober before one of my children said that. The other times, they would split when I come there. Never ever thought that that would turn around. But it did turn around. Because of the steps, because of the culture, started coming back gradually, a little bit at a time. And I think that's how it is for us. We put these 12 steps like this in our way with the medicine wheel, the thoughts of the big picture, then how do we fit in that, and how does that circle help us go? I just want to, one before maybe we do a closing song, because that's our way to sing. And I guess since I was here last, Mark is, he's a pretty good guy. Boy, behind the scenes, whatever, he just does a lot of good things. And so it's really an honor to come back.
Dedicate this song to whoever might watch these tapes.